Welcome to today's news. You are watching Millennium News Hour and I am Tanziba Noreen. Here are the latest trending news stories from across the globe. Let's dive into today's top headlines. Biden regrets ending re-election campaign, believes he could defeat Trump. Democratic Congressman Dean Phillips reflects on Biden's re-election failure. Trump pushes to end public media funding, NPR and PBS face uncertain future. Mayor Adams discusses city's progress, immigrant support and re-election plans. Governor Kathy Hochul condemned killing of Robert Brooks and ordered action. Model Dale Hayden died in suspected carbon monoxide leak at actor Mark Dukas' home. Legendary sports broadcaster Greg Gumbel dies at 78. Brazil bridge collapse killed 10 people. Putin apologized for plane crash that killed 38 in Kazakhstan. Magnus Carlsen disqualified from chess tournament for wearing jeans. Scottie Scheffler misses PGA opener after Christmas dinner injury. And Puerto Rican boxer Paul Bamba passed away days after winning WBA title. You are listening to Headlines Now News in detail. Joe Biden reportedly regrets withdrawing from this year's presidential race, saying he could have defeated Donald Trump in the November election despite earlier negative polls. Sources shared that Biden also expressed regret about appointing Merrick Garland as Attorney General, citing Garland's slow actions against Trump's involvement in the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack. Biden stepped down as a candidate in July after poor debate performance and pressure from Democrats, leading to Kamala Harris replacing him as the Democratic nominee. Harris initially boosted poll numbers but ultimately lost both the popular vote and electoral college to Trump. Biden and his aides believe he would have won if he stayed in the race, but Harris supporters argue his delayed withdrawal gave her little time for a strong campaign. They also criticized Biden for breaking his 2020 promise to be a transitional president serving only one term. Biden now thinks another attorney general would have acted faster against Trump. Garland's slow investigation led to delays, allowing Trump to avoid a trial before the election. Biden's term is set to end in 3 weeks, leaving these reflections as part of his legacy. Dean Phillips, a Democratic representative from Minnesota, expressed disappointment after his earlier warnings about Joe Biden's re-election chances proved accurate. Phillips, who had challenged Biden in the Democratic primary earlier this year, said he was saddened by the November election outcome where Donald Trump defeated Kamala Harris, the Democratic nominee, after Biden withdrew. Phillips noted that Biden's low approval ratings and physical decline made his re-election unlikely despite his criticisms. Phillips had supported Harris after Biden quit the race in July, fearing political backlash if he did not. However, he criticized his party for lacking strong leadership. "We are leaderless and need a complete turnaround," Phillips stated. He called for more engagement with communities and pragmatic solutions instead of prioritizing internal politics. Phillips is retiring from Congress but remains vocal about his party's shortcomings. He described the Democratic Party as disconnected from the working class, which he believes has shifted towards the Republicans. His comments follow similar frustrations from other Democrats. Last week, Senator Joe Manchin called the party toxic and distanced himself from its direction. Phillips emphasized that rebuilding trust with voters requires listening and real leadership. Donald Trump, who will take office next month, has renewed his push to defund public media organizations like NPR and PBS. During his campaign, Trump frequently criticized the media, calling NPR a liberal disinformation machine and vowing to cut all federal funding. Public media organizations are now preparing for potential budget cuts. NPR and PBS, which provide popular programs like Curious George and All Things Considered, rely on federal grants distributed by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Trump and his allies, including Elon Musk, have pushed for removing the $535 million Congress allocates annually to CPB. Musk recently labeled NPR as state-affiliated media and supported efforts to defund it. Historically, every Republican administration has targeted CPB funding. Public media, established in 1967, connects over 1,500 radio and TV stations across the U.S. Despite serving nearly all Americans, the country spends only $3.16 per person on public media, far less than countries like Germany or the UK. If funding is cut, rural stations may suffer the most, as they heavily depend on federal grants. Experts warn these cuts could hurt vulnerable communities and disrupt emergency alert systems. Public media advocates stress the need to preserve this vital service. New York City Mayor Eric Adams recently engaged with Time Television, addressing various issues, including the city's recovery, immigrant policies, and his plans for re-election. He highlighted significant progress since taking office, such as improved public safety, job creation, and expanded services for residents, including free high-speed broadband for nature residents and affordable housing initiatives. Mayor Adams emphasized his commitment to making New York a sanctuary city while collaborating with federal authorities to address criminal activities involving undocumented immigrants. He assured that law-abiding immigrants, regardless of documentation status, would continue to have access to city services. Regarding criticism of his bipartisan approach, Adams reaffirmed his democratic stance while focusing on shared values like safety, affordability, and secured borders. He confirmed his intention to run for re-election as a Democrat in 2025, reiterating his dedication to American values. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Governor Kathy Hochul expressed outrage over the killing of Robert Brooks after footage revealed his death in state custody. She emphasized the responsibility of the New York State Department of Corrections and Community Supervision to care for and protect individuals in its custody. The governor immediately launched a full investigation into the incident. She also directed DOC's Commissioner Marcello to start the termination process for 14 staff members linked to Brooks' fatal attack. Hochul affirmed New York's zero-tolerance policy for lawbreakers and pledged to hold everyone involved accountable. Hochul extended condolences to Brooks' family and loved ones. Acknowledging their grief, she also expressed gratitude to the Attorney General, State Police, and all others working to bring justice in the case. The governor remains committed to ensuring such tragedies do not happen again and that justice is served swiftly and fully. Dale Hayden, a renowned model and humanitarian, died in a suspected carbon monoxide leak at a property in Bucks County, Pennsylvania. Another victim, Walter J. Blucas, was hospitalized in critical condition. Authorities revealed the home belongs to Hayden's daughter, Ran Hayden, and her husband, actor Mark Blucas. The incident occurred early when a resident called 911 to report an unconscious man in an in-law suite. Emergency teams found high levels of carbon monoxide, which police believe resulted from a faulty gas heating system. Hayden, found in a second-floor bedroom, rose to fame in the 1970s and later became a UNICEF ambassador and founder of Women One, a group focused on girls' education. Police said Ran Hayden and Blucas were not present during the tragedy. Blucas, known for roles in Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Hallmark movies, had been restoring the historic property since 2012. Officials promised further updates as investigations continue. Greg Gumbel, the iconic CBS sports broadcaster, passed away at 78 after battling cancer. His family confirmed the news, sharing that he died peacefully, surrounded by loved ones. Gumbel spent over 50 years in sports broadcasting, making history as a play-by-play announcer and studio host. He was known for hosting the NFL Today, Super Bowls, March Madness, and Olympic Games. He joined CBS Sports in 1989 and became the first broadcaster to both host and call play-by-play for the Super Bowl. His career also included roles with NBC Sports and ESPN, where he covered NFL games, college basketball, and Major League Baseball. Colleagues praised him for his professionalism and a warm personality. CBS Sports CEO David Berson called him a tremendous broadcaster and gifted storyteller. Born in New Orleans in 1946, Gumbel graduated from Loras College in Iowa. Outside broadcasting, he supported charities like March of Dimes and St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. Greg Gumbel's legacy as a trailblazer in sports broadcasting and his contributions to the industry will be remembered. Tributes continue pouring in from colleagues and fans alike. Now it's time for global updates. A tragic bridge collapse in northern Brazil claimed 10 lives, with rescue teams still searching for missing victims. The Juscelino Kubitschek de Oliveira bridge connecting Maranhão and Tocantins states collapsed earlier this week. Vehicles and their passengers plunged into the Tocantins River as the structure gave way. By Friday, the Brazilian Navy confirmed 10 deaths. Rescuers recovered a body 6 kilometers from the site on Thursday and found another on Friday. 7 people remain missing. More than 70 rescuers are working tirelessly using advanced equipment like a hyperbaric chamber to search depths of over 30 meters. Authorities are also monitoring potential water contamination. 2 trucks that fell into the river were transporting sulfuric acid, while a third carried pesticides. This raised concerns about environmental damage, but no official confirmation of contamination has been released yet. Rescue operations will continue in the coming days as efforts intensify to find the missing. The collapse has spurred questions about the bridge's maintenance and safety standards. Local communities are mourning the loss and hoping for swift action to prevent future disasters. This incident remains one of Brazil's recent tragedies, highlighting infrastructure safety challenges. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. You are watching latest global updates. Russian President Vladimir Putin apologized to Azerbaijani President Ilham Aliyev after a tragic plane crash in Kazakhstan killed 38 people. The accident involved Azerbaijan Airlines flight 8243 traveling from Baku to Grozny. The plane, an Embraer 190, crashed near Aktau Airport in Kazakhstan after being diverted for unclear reasons. Cell phone footage showed the plane descending steeply before exploding on impact. Of the 67 people on board, 38 died and 29 survived with injuries. Survivors reported loud noises on the aircraft before the crash. Speculation has arisen that Russian air defense systems may have accidentally caused the crash. The Kremlin confirmed air defense systems were active near Grozny during a Ukrainian drone strike but did not confirm hitting the plane. Investigators recovered the black boxes to determine the cause. Azerbaijan claimed the plane faced external interference, pointing to holes in the fuselage. U.S. officials suggested the crash might involve a Russian anti-aircraft system, linking it to tensions from the Ukraine war. Putin expressed condolences and wished recovery to the injured. Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, and Russia are continuing investigations. Updates are expected as officials analyze evidence from the crash site. Let's have a look on today's sports stories. Magnus Carlsen, one of the world's top chess players, was disqualified from the FIDE World Blitz and Rapid Chess Championships in New York City after violating the dress code. Carlsen arrived at the event on Friday wearing jeans, which are not allowed under the federation's rules. Carlsen, who won both championships in 2022 and 2023, had played several rounds before officials informed him of the violation. He was fined $200 and asked to change clothes. Carlsen declined but offered to comply the next day. When this was refused, he said it became a matter of principle. As a result, Carlsen was not allowed to play the ninth round and was disqualified from the tournament. The federation stated that dress code rules are clear and aim to ensure professionalism. Another player, Ian Nepomniachtchi, was also fined for wearing sports shoes but was allowed to continue after changing. Carlsen later shared a photo on social media showing his outfit captioned OOTD. World's top golfer Scottie Scheffler withdrew from the Century, the PGA Tour's season-opening event in Hawaii, after injuring his right hand while preparing Christmas dinner. The tournament is set to take place from January 2nd to 5th at Kapalua Resort. Scheffler, 28 years old, sustained a puncture owed to his palm from broken glass. His manager, Blake Smith, said glass fragments required surgical removal. Doctors expect Scheffler to recover fully in 3 to 4 weeks, and he aims to return for the American Express tournament starting January 16 in California. This year, Scheffler had a remarkable season, winning his second Masters title, the Players' Championship, and the Tour Championship to claim the FedEx Cup. He also earned his ninth victory at the Hero World Challenge in the Bahamas. In the spring, Scheffler faced legal trouble after an arrest during the PGA Championship, but charges were dropped within 2 weeks. He remains a key player to watch in the upcoming season. Puerto Rican boxer Paul Bamba died at 35, just 6 days after winning the WBA Gold Cruiserweight title. His family and manager, American singer Ne-Yo, confirmed the news but did not announce the cause of death. In a statement, Ne-Yo expressed sorrow, saying Bamba was not only a champion but also a source of inspiration due to his drive and determination. Bamba had an impressive 19-3 career record with 18 wins by knockout. This year, he won all 14 of his fights by knockout, including his victory against Mexico's Rogelio Medina in New Jersey last week to claim the WBA Gold Cruiserweight belt. In his final Instagram post, Bamba reflected on his success, mentioning the challenges he overcame to achieve his goals. Bamba's death has shocked the boxing world, and he will be remembered for his talent and dedication. Fans and fellow boxers continue to mourn his untimely passing. We will be back after a short break. Till then, stay with us. This world continuously revolving around various events. Every minute, every second, something is happening somewhere around the globe, and you want to get connected to that event or to that specific moment. Here we come, Millennium News Hour, to get you connected with top USA and international trending news, which includes local news, political news, world news, business news, health and science-related news, entertainment news, sports news, and so on. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for OLED TVs such as Sony, Samsung, LG, Roku TV, Amazon TV, and Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with Sky Network, Worldwide Jago TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with Millennium News Hour to get the world news on your feast. Welcome back to Millennium News Hour. Now it's time for business news. Today's New York stock close price is 19,238.48. The NYSE Composite is decreased by 126.02 points or 0.65%. Tokyo stock close price is 40,281.16. The Nikkei 225 index is increased by 713.10 points or 1.80%. Shanghai stock close price is 3,400.14. The Shanghai index is increased by 2.07 points or 0.06%. Hong Kong stock close price is 20,090.46. The Hang Seng index is decreased by 7.83 points or 0.04%. Bombay stock close price is 78,699.07. The Sensex index is increased by 226.59 points or 0.29%. Let's have a look on today's weather forecast. Before finishing today's news, let's hear out the headlines again. Biden regrets ending re-election campaign, believes he could defeat Trump. Democratic Congressman Dean Phillips reflects on Biden's re-election failure. Trump pushes to end public media funding, NPR and PBS face uncertain future. Mayor Adams discusses city's progress, immigrant support and re-election plans. Governor Kathy Hochul condemned killing of Robert Brooks and ordered action. Model Daily Hayden died in suspected carbon monoxide leak at actor Mark Dukas' home. Legendary sports broadcaster Greg Gumbel dies at 78. Brazil bridge collapse killed 10 people. Putin apologized for plane crash that killed 38 in Kazakhstan. Magnus Carlsen disqualified from chess tournament for wearing jeans. Scottie Scheffler misses PGA opener after Christmas dinner injury. And Puerto Rican boxer Paul Bamba passed away days after winning WBA title. That's all for today. Keep watching Millennium News Hour for latest news update. To stay updated, like our Facebook page, subscribe our YouTube channel and visit our websites. Our website addresses are www.millenniumnews24.com and www.millenniumtv24.com. Millennium News 24 is transmitted and available to be watched free for all smart TVs and Roku TV, Amazon TV, Apple TV, and also in all European countries and Australia available with the Sky Network, Worldwide Jadoo TV, Radiant IPTV, Worldwide Jago BD Network, and Horizon Satellite globally. Stay connected with us for all the latest news worldwide. Thank you.